Everyone in the industry knows. I am Frank's loyal licker. I'm obsessed with it. He even thought it was unnecessary to look at me. Until I went to give him stomach medicine on a typhoon day. Frank is fearless. Mocking me in front of everyone. Nancy. Is it interesting every day? You are a dog licker. Even the veterinarian can't cure it. In the laughter. Mark, who has always been taciturn, finally spoke. It's over. Since you don't like her. Then I took it away. You have no objection? That night. I moved into Mark's villa as I wished. What Frank didn't know was. He's just a stepping stone. I have always liked Mark. When I was awakened by the thunder outside. I got a call from Frank. Nancy. I have a stomachache. Please send some stomach medicine to Morning Talk. Consistent tone. With a commanding attitude. He seems to be very noisy over there. The voices of men and women talking and the sound of clinking glasses mixed together. I purse my lips. Looking out the dark window. These 2 days are typhoon days. It's either windy or rainy. Now. I frowned slightly. I want to confirm further. Before Frank could reply. There was a laugh from the other end of the phone. Frank. Could it be that she doesn't want to come? You didn't say. You said one, Nancy, don't you dare to say two? It sounds like Frank's brother. Next second. The sound seemed further away. Hey. Mark, where are you going? Hearing Mark's name. My heart trembled. He is also here today. Thinking room. Frank's annoyed voice came. Right now. If you don't come today. Then you don't need to come here anymore. The words fell. He hung up the phone without hesitation. I stare at my cell phone. Sighed softly. I got up and changed my clothes. Such bad weather. It's hard to get a taxi outside. It took me 40 minutes to get to the entrance of Morning Talk. I have been chasing Frank for half a year. I know that Morning Talk is his brother Mark's territory. He has nothing to do. I opened this entertainment venue for fun. As for himself. Always keep yourself clean. So many years. There's no woman around. When I think of him. I was inexplicably nervous. Standing at the door of the private room. I took a deep breath. Frank. Nancy will be here later. If I see you hugging. Will you cry on the spot? This girl is very stubborn. What kind of handsome guys do we need in our circle? She only cares about Frank. Or you are lucky. But you still don't know how to cherish. You said you really are. People are sincere to you. You've ruined me like this. Hearing the conversation inside. My hand stopped in midair. Next second. Frank's voice was slightly sarcastic. She asked for it. I didn't make her like me. Have you ever heard a saying? Licking dogs must die. The words fell. There was a burst of laughter around. I pursed my lips. Pushed the door open without hesitation. The noise stopped at this moment. I immediately saw Mark sitting in the corner. He seems to be in a bad mood. Carelessly brushing off the cigarette ash. A cool figure. Out of place in such an environment. His eyes fell on me for just a second. Move away again. The next moment. I heard someone knock on the table. Clear sound. I suddenly woke up. Frank. This is the stomach medicine you want. I put my things on the table. Now. Frank has a young girl sitting on his lap. She is wearing a hip skirt. Putting my arms around Frank's neck. The two people seem very close. Why are you here so late? Frank had a look of disgust on his face. I pretended to be hurt and stared at the woman in his arms. Half a while. Then he spoke. Bad weather. There is no drugstore nearby. Didn't you say you had a stomachache? How to hold someone else? I haven't finished talking yet. Frank interrupted. Cheated you. We just made a bet. 1 million chips. I bet you'll come. Hearing. I was stunned. What do you mean? What do you mean by me? Frank sneered. I casually put the stomach medicine I brought aside. He held the woman's hand tightly. The tone is confident. Being entangled by you so stubbornly. Even if you're not annoying, I'm annoying. I'm curious. Are you so interesting every day? If I get married someday. Are you also willing to follow me and be my mistress without any status? Nancy. You are a dog licker. Even the veterinarian can't cure it. Another burst of laughter. Being humiliated by him. My head keeps lowering. Chasing him for so long. Frank ignored me at best. This is the first time you have used such embarrassing words to provoke me. My face turned blue and red. I tried my best to resist the urge to turn around. It's over. Just when Frank was about to ridicule me, a steady voice sounded from the corner. I looked up in astonishment. I saw Mark stand up and walk towards me. The atmosphere was eerily quiet. Frank's lips twitched. His face looked a little ugly. Mark. You use other people's likes as your own topic of conversation. Let her give you unconditionally. Is it fun? Mark narrowed his eyes slightly. Look at Frank. This one. Make the latter look even uglier. Although his family background is not as strong as Mark's. But we've been brothers for so long. This is the first time he has embarrassed me in public. Frank was a little embarrassed for a moment. Mark. Because she looks good. You feel bad. Frank sneered. He knew Mark was always aloof. Naturally, I won't admit it. Unexpectedly. The next second, Mark suddenly curled his lips. Yes, I feel bad. What's wrong? Since you don't like her so much. Then I'll take her away. You have no objection? The words fell. There were gasps from all around. I'm still in shock. A bit messy. Mark is such a cruel and merciless master. Feared in the business world. To be able to sit in this position now. He never shows unnecessary compassion to others. What's more? I'm just a yellow-haired girl chasing after his brother. This time he stood up for me. Even Frank was surprised. His gloomy eyes swept over Mark and me. Next second. He suddenly laughed out loud. Nancy. Everyone knows why Mark did this. Why do you want to humiliate yourself? Stop busying yourself. Mark is very busy. I don't have time to take care of your affairs. Frank hasn't finished speaking yet. I suddenly held Mark's hand. This action made his face change. That's a coincidence. I just like to bother Mark. My business. What's it got to do with you? Mind your own business. The words fell. I ignored Frank, who looked as if he had eaten a fly. I took Mark's hand and walked out. A corner no one sees. I secretly curled my lips. Actually, I deceived everyone. A rotten cucumber like Frank. I like him because my brain is stuck in the door. First time meeting Mark. At my father's birthday party. He is in a suit. I couldn't take my eyes off it once it appeared. Later. I pretended to run into him by chance many times. But he doesn't seem to be impressed by me. Rumor. He has no interest in the opposite sex. Someone once dared to chase him. Not only was he scolded and cried. Even the company at home is not safe. I like this kind of living devil. To take him down. I did a lot of homework. Finally, he turned his attention to his brother Frank. I know he has been through thousands of flowers. I don't like this type of person. The more he rejects, the more I stick to it. To create an opportunity to meet Mark. I pretend to be a love-struck dog. Sticking to Frank. Come and go. Mark gradually noticed me. I thought. It's still early to close the net. I didn't expect that Mark couldn't stand it today. Choose to stand up for me. Between thoughts. We've reached the elevator. Where do you live? I'll take you back. Mark's cold voice came. While saying. He pressed the elevator button for the basement floor. Such a good opportunity. It would be a pity if we don't continue to develop. How could I miss this opportunity to be alone? Thinking about this. I pretended to be sad. I live at a friend's house. Now this point. I guess she's rested. I just came out too hastily. I forgot my keys. I didn't lie to him. My bestie and I rented a house together off campus. She has to work during the summer vacation. I'll live there if I have nothing to do. So to speak. It's not really a lie. Hearing. Mark didn't think much about it. He nodded. The tone was soothing. Don't be sad. If you don't mind. Stay at my place for one night. I sobbed. He lowered his eyes and said okay. The man looked at me deeply. I followed his footsteps to the underground parking lot. Maybe Morning Talk's air conditioner was set too low. Wet clothes stick to the body. I sneezed for no reason. Next second. I felt a weakness in my feet. However, the expected pain did not occur. Mark walked over quickly. Hug me. His strong hands fell on my waist. It makes me shudder. What's going on? You got caught in the rain. At once. I ran a distance to buy medicine. Hearing. Mark's face fell. He picked me up without hesitation. Go to the car. No big deal. I just caught a cold. Mark's villa. After my family doctor diagnosed me. His expression softened. Drink the medicine. Get a good night's sleep. A cold voice came from above my head. After saying. He didn't look at me either. Walked straight out the door. Sitting on the sofa. I unconsciously folded my arms. Mark's room is next door. When I think of this, my heart is inexplicably excited. When filling the bathtub with water, there's a knock on the door. Open the door. But it's not the person I want to see. Judy has a smile on her face. Nancy. This is the change of clothes that my husband asked me to prepare for you. If you need anything else, you can find me in the guest room on the first floor. I purse my lips. Thank you. Disposable underwear. Towel. Pajamas are available. Such a careful man. How can I not love him? Between thoughts. Judy has left. I'm in the bathtub. Feel the body temperature gradually return. I don't know what he is doing now. Why don't you go and harass him before going to bed? This idea quickly took shape in my mind. Half an hour later, I stood at the door of the master bedroom. Hesitated for a long time. I still raised my hand and knocked. After a while, Mark just came to open the door. He was wearing a gray dressing gown. I rubbed my forehead tiredly. See, it's me. He looked a little surprised. I have something to tell you. Can I come in? I looked at him. The man nodded. When passing by him, I seemed to smell the fresh scent of aftershave. My God, milk. I really want to pounce. Beauty is here. But can't do anything. I saw that the computer on his desk was still on. The air is filled with the aroma of coffee. Still working so late. Others say. Mark is a business genius. But who knows how much he paid behind the scenes. I sighed. Inexplicably feel sad. I heard the door close behind me. I clenched my fingers. Turning back to look at Mark. Thank you for helping me out today. Mark raised an eyebrow. Seems a bit unexpected. I thought you would blame me for being nosy. How come? I took 2 steps forward. I'm glad you took me away. The words fell. The air was silent for a moment. Mark's eyes dimmed. I lower my eyes. Suppress the tension in your heart. My roommate just called me. She said she has something to do and needs to go back home tomorrow morning. Maybe a week later. I purse my lips. So? Can I stay at your place for a week? Of course. I don't live in vain. I can pay the rent. As soon as the words fell, I heard Mark's chuckle. I need your money. Of course I know you don't need. I'm just afraid you won't agree. I looked at him. Slander in the heart. The man groaned. Do you want me to call your father? What if he can't find you? Time to worry. My heart skipped a beat. When he went to get his phone, I went forward and held him down. You are very familiar with my father. Not counted. We only worked together once or twice. Mark looked down at me. I saw the tension in my eyes. He seems to be waiting for my next words. No need to fight. My parents are traveling. I made up a reason. I don't know if it's my illusion. There was a faint smile on his lips. Okay. But my house has a door lock. Before 11 p.m. Must come back. I raised my eyebrows and looked at him. Mark's tone was casual. You are here with me. I always want to keep you safe. If something happens, how am I going to explain this to your father? It's because of my dad. I feel a little lost. The moment the man turned around, I don't know where I got the courage to hold him back. His seductive lips are right before my eyes. Because of the height difference, I stood on tiptoe. I can only kiss his throat. The man was stunned for a moment. Next second, he pushed me away with a sullen face. What are you doing? Because I helped you out. You take the initiative to throw yourself into my arms. Or do you want to use me to make Frank jealous? Get back together with him. Feel the anger in his voice. I'm a little confused. Wasn't it just fine? I hurriedly grabbed him. Mark. I'm not because of Frank. Enough. I need to rest. You go out. I looked up at him. Under the lights. His cold face is too handsome. The plan to knock down the enemy failed. What a shame. I slept well this time. When I woke up, the sun was already high in the sky. When I went downstairs in my slippers, Judy is busy in the kitchen. See me. A smile appeared on her face. Nancy, are you hungry? Lunch is almost ready. I looked at the unique clock on the wall. Is it already 11 o'clock? Help. Does Mark think I'm a pig? I didn't expect I could sleep so long. I went to the kitchen to help Judy prepare lunch with some regret. She put some seasoning in the chicken soup. The driver Jack is not here these 2 days. No one brings lunch to Mr. The meal will be ready soon. Nancy eats first. I went to the company to deliver lunch to my husband. Poor hospitality. Please don't be surprised. Judy smiled and looked at me. Kind eyes. You're welcome. Just call me Nancy. Have you always taken care of Mark's diet and daily life? Judy nodded. Unless necessary socializing. Mr. is not used to eating outside food. I purse my lips. Judy. I'll bring him lunch. 12 noon. I'm carrying a lunchbox. Standing downstairs of Mark's family. The cell phone rang at an inopportune time. It's Frank calling. He must be mad at me for leaving him there yesterday. I didn't even think about it. Hang up directly. Finally, I made some progress with Mark. Can't let him mess with it. The front desk is a little beauty. I heard that I came to bring lunch to Mark. She looked at me secretly. Next second. She hung up the phone. Friendly smile. Miss. Mr. Chen asked you to go directly to the president's office. Mark's office is on the top floor. 26th floor. I watch the elevator gradually rise. I feel a little nervous. He kicked me out of the room last night. I don't know if he has calmed down. Men are so difficult. Get angry easily. I pursed my lips. Led by the secretary, we walked to the president's office. When you were almost at the door, I heard a beautiful female voice coming from inside. Mark. I specially made an announcement to come to you today. It's noon. Let's go have a meal together. The tender tone makes my bones feel a little soft. What is their relationship? I suppressed the bitterness in my heart. Knocked on the door. The door was opened by that woman. She was wearing a black short skirt. Big wavy black hair scattered behind. A face that is absolutely beautiful. This face. I saw it on TV. It seems to be the popular female star Kathy. Now. She was leaning against the door frame, looking at me. Mark. Who is she? She looked at me. But I said it to Mark. There was a hint of hostility in his tone. I ignored her gaze. Looking at Mark, who was sitting not far away. I'll bring you lunch. The words fell. Mark stood up and walked towards me. He looked indifferent. Glancing at Kathy. I don't have time to entertain you today. You go back first. Mark motioned for me to sit on the sofa. Then he opened the lunchbox I sent him. Feeling Mark's indifference. Kathy turned pale. There has never been any opposite sex around you. Mark. Do you like this ignorant little girl? The corners of my lips twitched. Looking at the simple white skirt on her. Canvas shoes. There is indeed a gap between her and the bright and beautiful female star in front of her. It's not your turn to ask who I like. Kathy. I wouldn't mind calling and talking to your agent. Hearing. She looked a little ugly. When I saw Mark, he handed me the chopsticks. She took a deep breath. He walked out with a grim look on his face. Isn't Judy coming here? How come you are here? Hear Mark's voice. I took my eyes off Kathy. I think she works hard. I have nothing to do anyway. The man nodded. Quiet atmosphere. The two of them ate in silence. I glanced at him. Open your mouth tentatively. The girl just now. Our two families are old friends. I have known her since childhood. Mark is always frugal with words. I fiddled with the white rice in the bowl. She is pursuing you. The words fell. Mark's eyes fell on me. You seem a little surprised that I would ask this. Maybe. I never care about these. So what do you care about? My tone is a little anxious. The man's eyebrows jumped. Put down your chopsticks and look at me. His eyes are dark. This look made me feel a little flustered. I have something else to do this afternoon. I'll leave first. I looked away. Standing up with a guilty conscience. I don't know why. I was actually a little scared to hear Mark's answer. When I opened the door and ran out, I almost bumped into Mark's secretary. Face him. I never have confidence. I had afternoon tea with my bestie. Unconsciously, we chatted until the evening. When going back, the villa is quiet. I'm in the bathtub. I am upset thinking about what happened in the past 2 days. Maybe I'm too relaxed. Unconsciously. My eyelids are so sleepy that they are drooping. Until my consciousness becomes increasingly blurred. I don't know how long it took. I was shaken awake. Open your eyes dazedly. In front of me is Mark's handsome face. His face was livid. The words that came out were almost gnashing of teeth. Nancy. I really want to see what's in your head. For a man who doesn't care about you. You're going to commit suicide. Do you love him that much? Love you so much that you can even sacrifice your life. His angry voice. My head is buzzing. What suicide? Next second. I was suddenly pulled out of the bathtub by him. Mark didn't even look at me. Took a bathrobe and wrapped me up casually. After a dizzy spin. Mark threw me on the bed without any courtesy. Being thrown by him. I'm totally awake. Mark. You. As soon as the words fell. The man held me tightly. He pressed on me in an ambiguous posture. Only. There is still fear in those scarlet eyes. How can you? The following words. Mark seemed afraid to speak out. Feel the trembling of his fingertips. I was stunned. You thought I was going to commit suicide. Isn't it? Nancy. There's nothing you can't do for him. Thinking of the scene I saw when I opened the bathroom door just now. Mark felt like his blood was freezing. She lay motionless in the bathtub. No sound. Loose hair floating on the water. Like a strange flower in full bloom. Realize that she is seeking death for Frank. Mark felt a surge of blood. No matter what the sex is not allowed to touch. Rushed in directly. I shook my confused mind. After seeing the fear and despair in Mark's eyes. My nose suddenly felt sore. I just accidentally fell asleep in the bath. Not suicide. The man looked at me quietly. It seems to be judging the truth of this sentence. I held his hand anxiously. Mark. I don't know how to explain it to you. I don't like Frank. I approached him because of you. I'm afraid you'll hate my pursuit. That's why I attracted your attention. The words fell. Mark's eyelashes trembled violently. His eyes fell on me. With invisible pressure. Next second. He looked self-deprecating. Are you kidding me for fun? I'm not kidding you. I sighed softly. Looking straight at him. Mark stood there in a daze for a while. When I react. He has stood up. Your parents are still in S-City. I didn't go traveling as you said. I don't care why you lie. I hope there won't be a next time. It's not good for you to live here. I will send you back to your parents' house tomorrow. Mark's tone was cold. The words fell. He didn't even look at me. Go straight to the door. My heart trembled violently. Almost without a thought. I hugged him from behind. I felt the man's back stiffen. I just feel my eyes are particularly dry. I lied to you. That's because I want to stay here. I want to stay with you. Even half a day is fine. Mark. How do you want me to understand? I like you. Next second. I was grabbed by the chin by the man. He seemed to be trying hard to suppress his anger. I do not understand. Even if I lied to him. Why is he so angry? If I remember correctly. Nancy was still sad for another man 2 days ago. Today you said you like me. Is it so easy for you to like someone, or are you used to just saying it out loud? Nancy. Do you really understand feelings? Say. My face turned pale. A thought flashed through my mind. Mark. You are jealous. The air suddenly became quiet. I clearly saw Mark's pupils tremble. He looked away impatiently. Nothing. His reaction made me more certain. The moment he left. I suddenly pulled down his neck and kissed him. The man was stunned on the spot. I don't care. Sucking his lips tenderly. Go deeper little by little. Next second. I was pushed away by Mark without hesitation. His eyes were red. The voice was trembling a little. What do you want to do? Mark. You fooled me. But your body can't fool me. When I kissed him just now. He can't help but respond to me. This subconscious subtle movement. Maybe. Even he didn't notice it. You like me. Even if the vinegar is crazy. Still can't resist my approach. Am I wrong? So what? I don't like forced melons. Haven't tasted it yet. How do you know this melon is not sweet? I don't know who started it. When I'm conscious. I was pressed on the bed by Mark and kissed. I eagerly took off his clothes. showing off the man's strong 8-pack abs. Looks particularly colorful under the light. The moment I touched it, Mark groaned. He held my chin and kissed me hard. The strong possessiveness seems to crush me. The heat in the room keeps rising. A long time. Mark's sexy voice came to my ears. May I? I opened my sparkling eyes, biting his lower lip without hesitation. Silent invitation. Make everything uncontrollable. The man's waist keeps moving. He tossed me around for a long time. Until I cry till my voice is hoarse. He took me to the bathroom to take a shower. After the storm, I lay in bed, too lazy to move. Mark held my arms tighter. I felt wronged. Bit his shoulder hard. I heard him groan in pain. I feel inexplicably happy. Mark. Have you never touched a woman? Are you crazy? Next second. Mark sucked my lips apologetically. Tone of pity. It hurt you. Sorry. I'll be gentler next time. There will be next time. I stared in horror. Feel my rejection. The man hugged me tighter. Don't be angry with me. Whatever you want is fine. Mark's tone is gentle. Makes my nose sour. I'm angry that you don't believe me. The man sighed. I don't disbelieve you. I'm just jealous. When I think about how passionately you pursued Frank, I feel very sad. Totally irrational. Sorry. I shouldn't have been so mean to you. Hear him say this. I suddenly softened. I turned around. Eye contact with Mark. What about now? I am a fan of the authorities. I should have thought of it earlier. You can't possibly like Frank. You're mine now anyway. You can't blame me. Mark holds me. I added this sentence strongly. I chuckled. I just feel sweet inside. When you are confused. I called his name every time I spoke. Mark was so excited that his veins jumped. He tortured me even harder. The feelings between each other are clear. If you still don't understand this, then Mark is a fool. The evening breeze blows the gauze curtains. I nestled in Mark's arms, drawing circles on his chest. But when did you start liking me? The man chuckled. Falling into memories. Long before you pursued Frank. I have an impression of you. Later, you pursued him in a big way in the circle. It surprised me. The more you understand, the deeper you get into it. I really can't stand Frank treating you like that. Now think about it. Maybe I already liked you. It's just that you subconsciously think that you love him. So I will be jealous and awkward. I curled my lips and smiled. Hold him tight. It seems that the gossip I heard before was wrong. I always thought Mark was hard to chase. That's why I used roundabout tactics to attract his attention. But if I hadn't gone around like this, how could I make him like me so easily? Are you tired? Go to bed early. The man kissed my forehead passionately. Wake up tomorrow morning. Will I see you again? I held Mark's hand tightly. These beauties come too fast. Too unreal. Makes me feel a little anxious. Meeting. Nancy. I won't let you find me anymore. His promise seemed to give me peace of mind. I feel like I'm in the clouds. Fell asleep in his arms. After Mark knew my feelings. I won't move out. Those little lies I told before. He is naturally well informed. But also used to me. Never said a word to me. Another half-month passed with the sweetness of honey. Friday evening. Mark sent me a message. It was his childhood birthday. Everyone should go to morning talk to get together. I purse my lips. Next second. Mark's message came again. I'll pick you up later. Don't be nervous. Just a private bureau. I returned to the good past. Then I went to the closet and chose a white shirt and a short skirt. When Mark's car stopped downstairs. I have put on some light makeup. Your men's bureau. Am I suitable to go there? I saw him opening the car door for me. I asked curiously. Mark kissed me on the lips nonchalantly. Fine. Some of them will also bring female companions. The most important thing is, I want to introduce you to my childhood friends. Listen to him say this. I curled my lips and smiled. How long have you been together? He couldn't wait to get me into his circle. Is this man too impatient? Haven't been here for more than half a month. Janeway is still as lively as ever. Mark took my hand. Pushed the door in. Everyone looked at us with mischievous eyes. He sat down casually. The big hands were possessive around my waist. Mark. You are such a busy man. I didn't say. How many times have I asked you out? You always say you don't have time. So he is in the passionate love period with our sister-in-law. I don't want to be apart for a moment. You got the beauty. I'm going to get you drunk today. The person who is speaking is today's birthday boy. Mark. The remaining few people are all strangers. I haven't seen. Look at their appearance. I think I have a deep friendship with Mark. There was another burst of laughter in the private room. The atmosphere is very lively. Mark smiled but said nothing. I raised my glass and clinked it with Mark. He raised his head and drank it all. Sexy Adam's apple rolling up and down. I feel a little dry mouth. What a vixen. Seduce me everywhere. See me staring at him. Mark raised his eyebrows slightly. Don't look at it. My mouth is watering. I touched my lips belatedly. Seeing Mark chuckled. Only then did I realize that he had tricked me. I tickled him in anger. Mark just smiled and pressed me into his arms. A solid kiss. There was a burst of ambiguous laughter around. 2. You really can't see anyone else in your eyes. Please be a human being, please. I am the protagonist of today's party. Now I am full of dog food. Seeing Mark banging the table angrily. My face turned red. Mark's lips curled up. Take it for granted. My wife is so beautiful. If I don't look at her, will I look at you? Hearing. I burst out laughing. I'm going to the bathroom. Mark's hand tightened on my waist. I'll go with you. Mark took me out. In the crowd. I don't know who is laughing and teasing. Go to the bathroom with me. Mark. How come I didn't realize you were so clingy before? I think you think our light bulbs are too bright. Want to be intimate with my sister-in-law in private? The ambiguous low laughter is endless. I covered my face. Walk outside quickly. Behind. Mark's chuckle became more and more wanton. I feel my cheeks getting hot. I keep my head down and walk forward. Behind. Mark pulled me into his arms. Too familiar with each other. They often make jokes like this. No malicious intent. Nancy. You'll have to get used to it slowly. What can I do if I'm so thin-skinned? I nodded. His face gradually calmed down. The man looked at me deeply. Next second. He put his hand on the back of my head. He tilted his head and kissed me. He looked soft. The gentle kiss gradually turned into a tangle of lips and teeth. A moment later. He touched my forehead. Sexy hoarse voice. Go ahead. I'll wait for you at the bathroom door. I nodded. I was just kissed by him. My mind is a little unclear now. Standing in front of the mirror. I touched up my makeup. I didn't expect. When going out. I will see Frank, whom I haven't seen for many days. Now. He was standing in front of Mark with his hands in his pockets. There's something strange about the atmosphere between the two of them. How come he is in morning talk? I suppressed my doubts. Just about to walk over. Frank said with an unhappy look on his face. Mark. Last time you took Nancy away in public. I thought you were joking. We've been brothers for so long. I never doubted you. Ask yourself this. I called you once after that. Did you say more? But today more than one person told me. You brought her to morning talk as your girlfriend. Those people called her little sister-in-law. Can you explain it to me? What's going on? Frank's eyes are grim. The clear voice suppressed anger. Next second. Mark looked calm. What do you want me to explain to you? This sentence seems to have completely angered Frank. His face suddenly sank. Looks very angry. Nancy likes me. She has always been pursuing me. Is it interesting for you to interfere like this? Mark. Are you crazy because of lack of women, or do you have to steal other people's girls to show your charm? I don't believe you can't tell I like Nancy. I admit. I like her to death. I just couldn't bring myself to accept her. You obviously know all this. But you. How did you treat me? Mark watched Frank go crazy. He looked grim. Thin lips pressed into a straight line. Are you done? I'm not finished. Frank looks gloomy. If you like. I can give you any woman. But why did you want to snatch Nancy from me? Here you are. She's just a dispensable person. You don't have to be her. Frank hasn't finished speaking yet. I felt dizzy. He was being strangled. Pushed hard against the wall. Mark tugged at his tie grimly. There is a lot of anger in his eyes. How do you know I don't need her? What if I just want her? Hearing. Frank looked pale. He opened his mouth. but never made a sound. Mark looked at him. Eyes are dark and dark. You still have the nerve to say you like her. What the hell do you like? You take her efforts for granted. Treat her like your dog and order her around. You have trampled on her sincerity. Tell others about her as a laughingstock. What else will you do? Frank. How come I didn't find it before? You are so disgusting. Since you don't cherish her, why can't I be with her? Mark's words flooded into my ears. He always has a sense of propriety. Rarely gets angry. At this moment, his face completely sank. Eyes like ice. Half a while. I heard Frank's voice pretending to be calm. How far have you progressed? Holding hands. Kissed. Frank asked every question. His face darkened. Seeing Mark staring at him rudely. Frank seemed to understand something. There was a flash of anger in his eyes. Mark. If you dare to sleep with her, don't blame your brother for breaking up with you. My heart skipped a beat. Seeing Mark's slender white hands clenched tightly. Just when they were about to fight, I ran over and pulled them apart. Frank looked dissatisfied. I went up and slapped him without saying anything. The air suddenly became quiet. He was slapped on the head. Look at me in disbelief. You beat me for him. I frowned. Just a headache. Since we met today. Then let's make it clear. Frank. I never liked you. I chased you just to be closer to Mark. He's the one I care about. I admit. I did deceive you. But your attitude towards me is obvious to everyone. No need to say more. We weren't even together. You're making such a fuss. I just think you are unreasonable. The words fell. Frank's face completely collapsed. He seemed to be unable to believe it. Want to come forward and pull me. But Mark protected him behind him. Frank. She is my girlfriend now. One sentence. Possessive. Frank smiled bitterly. Look at me. Nancy. I'll ask you one last time. You pursued me so passionately at the beginning. Are they all fake? I really can't believe it. Were you with Mark because he threatened you? Tell me the truth, okay? I looked at him quietly. I always like Mark. This is the truth. I don't have any deal with him. Or who got the handle on whom. Frank. The feelings between us. How can a playboy like you understand? Stop it. Let's save each other's face. The words fell. Mark protects me. Left morning talk directly. Behind. Frank punched the wall hard. Instant blood dripping. He seemed to feel no pain. Slowly squatted down. Time flies. In a blink of an eye. Mark and I have been together for more than half a year. I successfully found a company for internship. He is worried. Pick me up every day after get off work in different ways. I'm so busy that I'm spiraling into heaven. But I still want to be jealous of my colleague. When I think of him, I curled the corners of my lips. As the saying goes, one thing conquers another. I really can't do anything about him. Approaching the end of the year. Mark, quick fix. Let's arrange the marriage first. It's almost time to get off work. I'm holding my chin in my hand, in a daze. Mark's message came. Nancy. I have something to do tonight. Eat your meal by yourself. I pursed my lips. I sent back an emoticon. Dinner for one. Some food tastes bad. I barely ate a few bites. When I walked into the room, I heard my phone ringing. My bestie called me. Once connected. The voice on the other end of the phone was a little anxious. Nancy. I just went out to eat with my parents. Guess who I saw? I pursed my lips. Then I heard her speak again. Your husband. I happened to see him having dinner with a woman. The woman looked at him with eyes that were almost thread-like. It's not a fuel-efficient lamp. Nancy. Although a man like Mark, it is impossible to have no opposite sex around you. But you guys just got engaged. As a friend, I advise you to be more careful. Don't let people with ulterior motives take advantage of you. Hearing. My heart skipped a beat. Subconsciously defending Mark. Maybe a client or a friend. But this woman looks familiar to me. Like I've seen it somewhere. The suspicious voice of my best friend came. The next second she sent me a photo on WeChat. I clicked on it and it turned out to be Lily. She sat opposite Mark and was eating. The eyes are red. I feel a little anxious for no reason. He sent me a message saying he had something to deal with. It turned out he was having dinner with Lily. When I think of this, I feel sad. I'm not feeling well. Let's not talk about it for now. After hanging up the phone, I sat on the sofa for a long time. When I was almost falling asleep waiting, Mark came back. I got up and walked over. When I got close to him, I could smell his faint perfume. Why don't you go to bed? This will catch a cold. Mark smiled at me tenderly and wanted to hug me. I took a step back and quietly avoided his touch. The man raised his eyebrows in surprise. I'm tired after a day. Let's take a shower first. I turned around and sat down on the sofa. Mark didn't say anything and went into the bathroom. When he came out, he was warm. The man stretched out his arms and let me sit on his lap. Such an ambiguous posture. Made me blush instantly. He touched my hair. There seems to be pain in the eyes. Judy said you didn't eat anything tonight. Are you feeling unwell? When I think of the scene of him and Lily having dinner, my eyes turn red. Seeing me like this, Mark panicked. What's wrong? I looked up at him. You said you had something to do tonight. I went to have dinner with Lily. Since you are so happy, why do you care whether I eat or not? My hunger strike has nothing to do with you. The words fell. I broke free from his embrace and tried to leave. The man chuckled. Hold me tighter. You still laugh. Mark's attitude makes me feel even more wronged. The man looked at me deeply. Lily is going abroad. I was stunned. Then I heard him speak again. She already knows about our engagement. She said she had let go of her feelings for me. Want to change the environment and develop abroad. Tonight is the practice dinner, even if you don't ask. I was planning to come back and tell you. I realized I was wrong about him. My face suddenly became hot. Mark just chuckled and kissed me. I said I will never fall in love with another woman except you. I am happy that you are jealous, which means you care about me. But be good. The days ahead are so long. Mutual trust between two people can go a long way. I hope you can give me more trust, okay? He coaxed me so softly. I'm naturally out of breath. I nodded. Hold him tighter. But Lily is a first-line artist in the country. I feel bad that I have to give up everything and go abroad to develop my career. I feel complicated when I think of this. Mark raised an eyebrow. Please. Mark, please stop being so sympathetic. Do you want your husband to have a childhood sweetheart who is always coveting him? You still have the heart to think about her? You are making trouble with me tonight without knowing the reason, and you are not eating properly. See how I punish you. My face turned red. I was just about to ask him what the punishment was, when I was awakened by the thunder outside. I got a call from Frank. A room of warmth. The moon also shyly hid in the clouds. I think I'm lucky to meet someone you love so much. What a coincidence. He likes me too. The moment I hugged him, I heard my own voice. It's nice to be loved. I mean, it's nice to have you turn out to be. Happiness is countless moments interwoven together. With him by my side. It is also good weather even if it is windy or rainy.